Hey, beautiful soul, and welcome to the weekly reading for Sunday, March 13th through Saturday, March 19th. We are going to use tarot and oracle cards to take a look at the potentials, possibilities, and any heads up we can have for this week. In the US, it is daylight savings time today, so spring ahead, changing our clocks ahead. I am super excited about this because it means more daylight. And happy St. Patrick's Day later this week to anyone that celebrates. For those who are new, I am Joyful Medium Joy Giovanni, and I help people step out of overwhelm and into love through mediumship, healing, and teaching. And people that work with me often walk away feeling connected to something greater than themselves, empowered, and more alive. So let's take a look. I'm going to dip you guys down. I know you love to see the cards as we're working on them. And again, I have pre-shuffled just in the interest of time. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. So the main situation of this week, this Four of Pentacles, is really a card that calls us into balance, asking us to balance. Now, when it's in the reverse, it's a sort of similar meaning where are you out of balance? Have you been out of balance with your focus in the last couple weeks? And really with this card, it can indicate kind of both ends of the spectrum of out of balance. Pentacles often have to do with our finances, our, earthly and material needs and possessions. Are you spending too much? Are you spending too little? That's the energy of this card is, look at how you're using your resources. And it could just be your time, the way you're spending your time. Are you hoarding your time and not, giving freely enough? Or are you careless with your time and just spending way too much? So let's take a look at what is kind of challenging or crossing is the way we say it. This situation, Six of Cups. So Six of Cups can be having to do with our home and family, our children. So is your time just unbalanced because you've got some family stuff going on right now this week? Or are you romanticizing things of the past? Are you wishing it was like the good old days or the way it was before? We've got to let go of the past to move into the future, right? And we can't recreate situations again, always the same as they were. And are you being honest about the way situations were in your family of origin, in the way that you were brought up, in the way that you are bringing up your family, in your own relationships? Are you looking at things through these rose-colored lenses that are not exactly the way it went down? Or are you, being honest about what happened, what didn't happen, and everyone's motives in the situation? So just kind of having a handle on that this week. Now, oddly enough, this Temperance card, again, is the card of balance. So twice we're seeing it. We're asking to be balanced in the way that we are spending our time, our energy, our money. We're also being asked to be balanced across the board. So balanced is apparently going to be the theme of this week here. What have we learned in the past that we can use these lessons now? Heartbreak really is what it is. Where have you gotten your heart broken before? Maybe you gave too much and ended up in heartbreak. And it doesn't necessarily always mean romantic heartbreak, though it could, it doesn't for everyone. So, where have you kind of got your heart stepped on or hurt a little bit before that you've been out of balance? Since we're being so strongly called to be in balance this week, this most likely has to do with somewhere where you either gave too much and the other party or the other, side of the situation, there was no give and take type of a thing. Or did you not give enough of yourself, of your heart, of your emotions, of your ideas? Because sometimes the swords can indicate, things of our mind, of our mental understanding. Are you back to this reminiscing the past, reminiscing on the past, but in a reinventing it and not the way it happened? Are you remembering a heartbreak or something that hurt your emotions? Are you remembering it not in exactly the way that it happened? Are you reminiscing about the past in a way that's not exactly what happened? Whether it's romanticizing it and making it better than it was, or demonizing it and making it worse than it was. So just checking in with yourself about, how honestly are you remembering the past, and are you bringing the past in now in a way that is not the most healthy for you? So just kind of checking in on those things with the intention of being balanced on all fronts. Now, the highest, we saw this card several weeks back, letting us know that things weren't moving as quickly as we'd hoped. This is a card of fast movement. So expect things to be moving very quickly now. And maybe that's why you're having a tough time staying in balance. Maybe, something's demanding a lot of your attention. Maybe it's family or work or your personal life or your relationships. Maybe it's all of it at once. And so you're being reminded of like, hey, balance needed here. Maybe you have a tendency to put yourself out there way too much and spread yourself too thin, and then you get exhausted and you remember it as other people not supporting you, but really you didn't ask for support. So it can be a lot of variations of this, but things are starting to move pretty quickly now, and you're asked to just stay in balance if you can. Right around the corner here, it's just so in line with this middle section, what we're seeing here. This is a card of crying over spilled milk, essentially, a lot of the times. 4 is also the card of balance, but are you so focused on what's not 100% the way you want it that you're missing an opportunity? This, a hand bringing a cup in is spirit offering you a new opportunity, and cups are usually things having to do with our emotions. So are you being offered a way to kind of reconcile or heal this past hurt or misunderstanding or mistruth in some way, and you're missing it? Are you missing an opportunity to really just come to deep understanding and balance? Again, 4 is balance. Think of like 4 legs on a table. So we are asked to balance in all areas of our life this week, which is interesting, just fine tuning as things get busier and busier. It's not a time to try to stretch out of balance. It's a time to be even more in balance than before. So let's see what else we can know. But really just right around the corner, I just want to reiterate, you're being offered an opportunity, a new opportunity, and it could be to kind of clean up emotions or understandings from the past, or it could be a new opportunity to use what you do know in a different way. So just really watch, this romanticizing or demonizing the past. Really watch, I'm focused over here, so I'm not available to see new opportunities, new inspiration coming in from the side in a place that I maybe didn't expect it. So that's a good little heads up for us this week. Now let's take a look. We're going to use this magical mystical wisdom deck, which I like a lot. Okay. Interesting. I don't read this particular deck upside down or in reverse. So let's take a look. So this is you in the situation, which is interesting. Illusion. Where are you in illusion about the past as it relates to your emotions? Cups are emotion. And this card, even though it's a mental card, it often has to do with us remembering things not exactly the way they went down. So where are you creating illusions about your past, about yourself, about what you can and cannot do or accomplish? It says embrace the truth, really is the indication here. So where are you letting yourself be in illusion? Where are you letting yourself tell a story that's out of balance or out of order or not exactly the truth or the way it was? So really, this is a kind of check-in on ourselves week this week, you guys. Now, this is the external influence. So it could be a person, it could be a circumstance, a situation. Angel of miracles, open your heart and expect miracles. All right, so there is a miracle coming your way, which is exactly what we are seeing here. Something being offered to you, a new opportunity, a new way to express, a deepening of emotions. A miracle of some kind is going to be sliding in from the side, probably from somewhere you didn't expect it to come from. Not necessarily, but possibly. So just be open, have your heart open to miracles, no matter how tough this bit looks or how tough really being in truth with yourself looks. It opens the door for miracles. So there's a huge encouragement. Now, a couple other just little tidbits to know. Leadership, we've been seeing this versions of this lately a lot, kind of through the tarot, or tarot, or even in through these oracle cards about our ability to be leaders, about strength. This is very similar to the strength card in tarot, where we are supported by forces unseen, by things working for us in the background. She really, it says set your goals. So this is a reminder, what are your goals? Even though you're feeling so busy and like things are at such a rapid pace and so much going on right now, what are your goals? Is your goal to just kind of relive in this past and romanticize the past and be totally out of balance and just feel scattered all over the place? Do you have different intentions? Probably. You're the leader of your own life, certainly, and it's time to be responsible for that. What can you let go of from the past? What can you understand in a different way? Where can you tell yourself a new or deeper truth about maybe your place in the situation or your influence in a situation? And friendship here, which is a beautiful card. Nurture your relationships. So even though you're super busy, just reminding you, balance, friendship. Our friends are the people sometimes that we rely on the most. I don't know what I would do without my best friend. I love her dearly. And we talk almost every day for almost 25 years at this point. So do you have friendships that you're nurturing, fostering, that are important in your life? And you can lean into them, even if it's having to work through some of this, the way you're remembering the past, or asking for assistance to be more in balance. Maybe it's just them helping to point things out to you. Maybe it's you needing a neutral person to listen. Maybe it's, hey, can you help me with some of this stuff? But just don't discount your friendships at this time. Nurture your relationships. If you see, all of these gals are different, but they are all, looking in the same direction and supporting each other in beauty and in love. So don't discount your friendships. Things do feel very fast. And, sometimes when things are quick moving for us, we don't want to look at the tough emotions, but we don't want to affect the way we're remembering something or the way we're holding on to something. We don't want it to affect us or make us completely out of balance, because then we're going to miss whatever this miracle is that is sliding in from the side. So for those of us that are open to miracles, I hope you are someone that is. Don't miss your miracle this week by being out of alignment or being out of order with the way you're remembering things, or romanticizing them, or not willing to remember them in all the ways, right? Sometimes we only want to see the parts we want to see, but you're being asked to see all the truth. So let us move on to our messages from loved one in spirit. This is that James Van Praagh Talking to Heaven deck. I'll link all the decks below as always. So if you're in a place that is safe to do so, just rest your eyes closed, or just rest them on something in the room. Take a big deep breath, open your heart, and the first loved one that pops into your mind, let one of these messages be from them. Okay. Oops. Guess I didn't shovel these, so let's just cut them. Okay. Ooh. Beautiful. And let's pull some clarifiers here. Pull from this Nature's Whispers deck. You guys know I love this deck. Interesting. Okay. So our first message here is, as a soul, I can be in several places at once with culmination of vision. So people often ask, I don't want to bother my loved ones. I don't want to take them away from something important they might be doing, or from needing to be with other members of the family. When we go to the spirit world, we can be in many places at once. We're not confined into a physical body anymore, so we can be multiple places at once. So don't feel like you are bothering them. And also know that that's how they can show you signs in nature, signs in the world, little hellos. They can be multiple places at once. So just being available, culmination of vision to me really just is like, are you missing signs from them in the world? Little hellos? Are they putting something across your path or drawing your attention to something as a little hello from you to just say hi, say I love you, to say I'm here, I'm many places at once. So just know that they are not limited. You are not bothering them. And they certainly can bring you signs, bring you hellos, and do it for more than one person in the world all at the same time. So just being available for that. I just keep feeling so strongly called to these butterflies as a sign. So just if that is a sign for you, or if you've been asking for a sign for from your loved one, maybe it's butterflies for you as well. Okay. Second message, you have nothing to feel guilty about with empowerment. Oh, that's a big message because, when we are in guilt and shame, we are giving our power away. So they're just reminding you, you have nothing to feel guilty about. Where guilt sometimes comes with our loved ones is the things we feel like potentially we could have said or could have done or wish we would have or should have. They're just asking you to release guilt so you can be empowered. They need you to still live your life in the world and still be, you're still here. That means you're not done. You have things to do. You have things to offer. And how can you be empowering to yourself and others? They're asking you, please, to release any guilt that you might have. You have nothing to feel guilty about. Okay, and this will resonate slightly different because we obviously each have our different loved ones and different life experiences. I feel healthy and happy with maintain your childlike spirit, which I love. So just know that they're in a place of complete health and happiness. And it's okay to have that childlike, playful spirit. So maybe if they were suffering in this lifetime, just know that they have returned to full health and to happiness, and that they can be playful again, that they can laugh, that they can enjoy themselves. Of course, they miss you. And of course, it's difficult to be not always able to communicate maybe in the way that we would like to, or the way we'd like to experience them. But be playful, let your childlike spirit really be a part of your day-to-day, and you might be aware of them a little bit more, but just know that they feel healthy and happy. Particularly, my heart opens right now to anyone who has children on the other side. So just know that they are really getting to express playfully and feel good and feel healthy and feel happy, and just think of them, swinging and giggling and laughing, or whatever it is that they love to do in their physical body that maybe they were not so able to do at some point while they were here. And just stop worrying about whether they're healthy and happy, because they're telling you that they are. So I hope that one of those messages resonated with you. You guys always know I love to hear how and feedback in the comments, and you can even just drop a heart if you don't want to share your personal story. That's okay. Let's do our one last message, our kind of mantra for the week here, or our message of inspiration. I choose to learn through love. Yeah, we could choose how we learn our lessons, guys. It could be through challenge or through love. I choose to learn through love. I'm going to take this affirmation this week, and I hope you will too. I choose to learn through love. If you are not already on my mailing list, head on over to the new website, joyfulmedium.com, and get on there, because you're missing special offers. You're missing your invitation to the Joy Soul Spa private Facebook group. If you are not already in there, we have lots of amazing things going on in there. Free healings every month, sometimes free mini readings, lots of great stuff. So I hope to see you guys there. Big hugs. Hope you have a great week, and bye for now.